Boy, today's topic I've been itching to get to, because what I hope is going to happen is there's a lot of discussion that goes on after this video. Shit, at least there better be, because if you guys don't comment, bad stuff is going to happen to you, like getting your fingers blown off this weekend.
Shut the fuck up.
But we shouldn't have to worry about that, because no one should be going out anywhere. In a smarter America, we could have been though. I mean, just look at New Zealand. Thanks, Florida. A week ago, ex-PlayStation exec Shawn Layden, aka the no-neck Crash Bandicoot shirt guy, said the current AAA model is not sustainable and that he would not mind seeing the return of games going back to being 12 to 15 hours. Major AAA games in the current generation go anywhere from 80 million to 150 million or more to build, and that's before marketing. It's a huge upfront cost. I don't think that in the next generation you can take those numbers and multiply them by 2 and think that you can grow. I think what he's saying makes perfect sense. If the cost of games stays the same, but the production as each next generation comes out doubles, then how can a company profit? You won't be able to survive in a system where the cost to make your product has increased a whole lot, but what you bring in remains the same. This fact drives Shawn's reasonings to potentially returning to 12 to 15 hour games. But let me tell you why I have mixed feelings about that. So on the one hand, I totally get the costing. That's a huge factor we cannot ignore. Making shorter games not only means less cost to make the game, but it probably means you can make more games made over a shorter period of time. So instead of just being on Last of Us 2, maybe we'd be on Last of Us 4. This means more consistent stories every couple years opposed to every 7. Now, with that said, I have to say I'm always going to be the guy on the side of the longer games. Let's talk about some of the most popular narrative-driven games and the time it takes to beat them according to reviews and websites like Game Lengths and How Long to Beat. Damn, they really should have finished that name. So Red Dead 2, Last of Us Part 1 and 2, God of War, Witcher 3, Grand Theft Auto 5. These games' main story all go over the 12 to 15 hour length, and I can't stress this enough. While I completely understand what he is saying, I just don't think 12 to 15 hour games compared to the longer games when it comes to the story. The story has more depth and quality to it. The reason why I think story games have been so much better is because they are longer. They get time to build things up instead of making the story rushed and fairly linear. Pacing isn't just an important issue for books and movies. It's vital to storytelling in games as well. I get it, some of those games do drag on. Like, I don't want to be John and actually doing what the textbook definition of what a cowboy is, which is just a rancher, bro. That is mad lame. I don't feel like I get my money's worth if the game is that short. And I know some of you are saying, well, the side stuff would make it longer. I say this, when it comes to story games, there are 3 types of players. The ones who just play the story, the ones who do both, or the ones who get to God level with the side missions, then go back to the main story and just bully everybody. See, I'm the first player. I'm not really a side mission guy. There are many that fit into that category as well. Personally, I don't think it's fair if I have to pay $60 for something I can beat in less than 2 days if I wanted to. F me, right? That's my problem. But like I said, I'm not alone in this, and people are gonna have a bitch fit, especially if the prices of games go up to offset the cost, but they are beating these games lightning fast. The worst thing you can do is make the consumer feel like the product isn't worth the price. So with that being said, expect the AAA model to change, and the first thing I think will change is, sadly, the price of games, which is also something that Shawn Layden brought up. Whether we like it or not, the price of games will go up sometime in the future. My prediction is that game companies will not be able to sell anything subpar anymore if prices do go up. No longer will they be able to shove microtransactions down our throats. Pause. Of course, they will still be there, but it just won't be in our face as much. Pause. I am hopeful for a future where we, the consumer, can demand games to have a lot more content, but they'll have to be worth that price. Because as the price goes up, that's more money for the consumer to spend, and that's going to force us gamers to really choose wisely about what games to pick up that year. In the end, game developers will have to do better to get our dollars. You already know I'm Ken Wolf. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, please comment. I don't care about the other stuff. Please comment. That's all I want from you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all the support, and have a good one. Stay safe, guys. Peace.